The best running back in Saints history joins us after each and every game. We appreciate that. And Saints tonight, of course, he is Deuce McAllister. And boy, the Monday magic just continues. And the Sean Payton here for the New Orleans Saints, huh?
Yeah, it's, hard to beat this team on Monday night. It's hard enough playing in this venue. But when you talk about playing on Monday night and particularly how the crowd can get into it, that plays a factor. And if this team can get up early on anybody, it just makes it difficult because now they can take out the run game. The snap count becomes truly a problem. So when this team plays late, in this facility, it makes it difficult.
When you look at why this team has been successful on Monday night, you give Sean Payton and Drew Brees an extra day of preparation. How much is that a part of this?
Well, I think one thing, football players are creatures of habits. And so when you talk about moving it a day back, Sean does a great job of adjusting his practice schedule to make it, really as close as possible as playing on Sunday. He can't control the time frame. He does a pretty good job of, altering it as best as possible. But, when you talk about that extra day of preparation, guys get an extra day to get their legs up under them, and he'll go back and not nitpick stuff, but find little weaknesses that maybe he would not normally be able or have the time to find. So they do a great job of just taking advantage of that extra day, and even thinking back. Look at what they were able to do in the Super Bowl, when you had that off week, that extra time to prepare, and I think that's really what happens when you look at it from a Monday night angle.
Let's talk about the running game. When we have you, we always have to talk about that. And I know Darren Sproles didn't run a lot, but boy, when he caught the ball tonight, especially early on, really set the tone.
Yeah, it was really a spark plug, and tonight they fed off of him particularly early. What he was able to do, get in the open field, and you talk about even that first series, being able to get him one-on-one with a safety, and that's like that's a Darren Sproles play. I was really surprised that he didn't give the guy a little inside move and be able to score on it, but he was really good, and I think the compliment of him and Robinson and Pierre just really. They're feeding off each other now, and so that's what they're going to have to continue to do. And so they're a dangerous team right now.
We know what to expect generally from Sproles and from Pierre Thomas. You mentioned Kyrie Robinson. I mean, this guy, once again, comes out of nowhere, and we see it every year. What impresses you about him? And I know you're impressed by him making the most of the opportunity, but break down his running style and what he's able to do.
Well, right now what you're seeing a patient runner. He's not rushing the play. He's finding little creases when it's something there. He's putting his head down, and when there's an opportunity for a play to be made, he goes out and get it. It's hard in this league to go out and run the ball when defenses know you're going to run it. But when you're able to get successful yards doing that, that's where it's dangerous. They're not asking him to do a lot as far as pass protection and, to be able to be a feature guy and catch the ball. When he's coming into game, it's strictly to run it. So now what they'll start to do is you'll see some play actions out of those formations and sets. You'll start to see some different things being used with him just because he's had success running the football.
We saw early on, surprisingly, the defense set the tone in this football season. Last couple weeks, the offense has bounced back, looking like the offense we're used to. Just talk about the way this offense has rebounded the last couple weeks.
Well, it was only a matter of time. It's all about giving Drew protection. If you can protect him and, give him an opportunity to find one of those weapons, he's going to find a mismatch. Whether it's Colson, whether it's Jimmy Graham, whether it's Sproles, it's kind of pick your poison as far as the defense is concerned. You haven't seen a lot of Lance Moore yet, but he's coming. You talk about Meacham had a play last week, wasn't heavily involved today. So there's opportunity for guys to make plays. It's just when your number is called, you got to go out and do it.
So many comparisons. I know it's very early. We have to keep saying that. But we said in the preseason on things that were happening compared to 2009. Do you see any similarities between this football team? I know you have some different parts out there, but it's an opportunistic defense. It's an offense that we're used to. It's a 4-0 start.
It's 4-0 start, opportunistic defense, and I think that they'll just feed off that. That's what they have to do. Anytime you can get this offense extra possessions, they're a dangerous offense. At home, you have to protect your home turf. When you go on the road, you have to be able to win a couple on the road. I mean, because to get to 10-6, 11-5, that's what you want to do. So right now they're protecting their home turf. The next two are on the road, so, you want to win both of them, but you'll take a split, and so it's playing games like that. But like Coach Payton said, you'll enjoy this, and then after that, they're basically one-game seasons, and you try to win the next one. And, you come out of this first quarter at 4-0, which is fantastic. Now it's on to the next quarter. Can we go 3-1? Can we go 4-0 in this second quarter? Because you're setting yourself up long term. Your distances from everybody else in your division. So, there's definitely some similarities there. But the most important thing is you won that first quarter. Now you're going to move on to the second quarter of your season.
Last question, has this football team surprised you at all?
Not yet. Not yet. Just looking at it, I can go and say, well, you had a turnover here. You missed a field goal here. You may have missed a blown assignment or two on defense. So let's find what we can deconstruct of this team. And they're still searching for a perfect game. As a player, that's what you want. You want a perfect game. What did I not do right? And as a coach, they're going to find plenty of it. So that gives them some motivation to go out and go out and get that perfect game, and hopefully it comes in Chicago.
In search of the perfect game so far, they have the perfect season. As always, the Saints' all-time leading rusher, Deuce McAllister, joins us to break things down. Deuce, I appreciate it.
Thank you.